So laid out for the lining, it looks like this. You've got like a piece that's going to come out from here. I've left it slightly longer because I won't be turning the dress part, but I will be turning the lining, and I want it turning a little bit, I'd rather leave it longer than shorter because that is easy enough to turn. So I'm just going to cut around. This is the neckline cutting. Then you've got the shoulders, then you've got the armhole, and then this is just part of the armhole because the other part is going to come out from here. And then we're going to cut out this piece, which is where the gathers are going to be formed, and the princess cut piece is going to be added. Now the beauty of obviously sewing is that, you know, these little alterations you can do yourself. Like in the dress that we saw the picture of, that was a straight cut, whereas we've gone for a princess cut. So the care of this is about a meter, maybe just a little bit over a meter. So that is the main portion of the dress. We're going to just seam all this together once it's opened up. And we're going to create the slight bit of gathers to close this off, because the aim is to just get it to you know, this size, because once these pieces are attached on, you've got about 4 inches of 4 or 5 inches of fabric that needs to be gathered and incorporated. That seam needs to come back in, because what we'll do is we'll attach the linings to both of these and seam them from the middle, and then do that seam all out. How are we going to collect this? Yeah, most likely I would seam all this, because, you know, on top of this we're going to have like the bows. So it's either we can have bows on top of that, or we can have little you know, flowers, ribbon flowers or something that will cover it up. Anyway, that's something that we're going to decide on. That's not a problem. First of all, let's get it stitched up. Maybe I've chosen the most difficult fabric for this design. You can easily do this design on some of the other fabrics. It is a design that I've already done in the past, but you know, looking at the color and looking at the design, I couldn't help it. So let's just put this to a side and cut the lining for these pieces as well. So for the lining, I mean, we don't have to go for the one side. And that seems just a little bit touch tight. Okay, we'll leave that. We'll cut it out of some of the fabric. We've got plenty of fabric. There's no point in creating. Right, we'll cut it from here. That's 4 pieces of the lining, and that's the cutting done. Now it's back to trying stitching it. I am going to show you the other version of this dress that I've done. This is on a slight, like a circle cut, but this is just a quarter circle, and this is the other dress that we're going to be making. So with this one, you can see the folds on this. This is going to be like a bias cut one. What I will be doing, I've cut the top portion. This is for the baby's version, and additionally what I've done with this is I've taken out the flowers from the net. You can just cut around and you can take these flowers out and you can make all sorts out of these. So what we're going to do is we're going to create like with these flowers, I'm going to create, I mean, you can crunch it up and you can make it into like a really nice stand-up flower as well. You know, just create like a, you know, we're going to create like a little centerpiece with this flower. So this is the other version of the dress. I've also cut some bias strips to line the bottom end of the dress. And with this one, I've used a silk backing. So they're going to be two like almost like identical dresses, and but a variation, obviously identical in the fabric, but different looks created. So we're going to start hopefully stitching these and then hopefully share the results with you later on this evening. So you're attaching all the linings to all the pieces. These are 4 pieces, and what we've done is both the pieces, then once we've attached them, this is the inner side seam just underneath the armhole. That's the 2 pieces for the armhole, and this is the princess cut that's going to get attached to the dress. Now one side I've already attached on, so basically we've started at the top of where the armhole cut is, attached it down, done a corner turn and then pleated it, done another corner turn here and then finished back off at the top of the dress. The seam that I've just showed you, that's the center seam of the inner armhole. Here what you're seeing is I've done a straight seam where I've attached it. I've also pre-pleated where the pleats are going to. So basically it's like, you know, this is the cut armhole region, and this piece is going to get inserted into the whole of that. So we're going to start at the top of the armhole. Can I just have my glasses from there, please? Okay, so what we're going to do is start off from the top of the armhole. It's these are the inner center seams, and you basically need to seam on top of the original seam and fairly close to the edge, about ½ centimeter away from the distance. This is something that you can't leave a massive margin on. The other thing that you've got to bear in mind, I'm just running a little bit short, you've got to bear in mind, right, that these 2 points of the seam I've got to match up. So where I've started just a little bit too high. The idea is to get this point coming to this point. So even though we want to make like an absolute turning, it's an idea to measure that and just start this shoulder. We left it slightly overlapping anyway, so you can just leave it slightly more if it means that it's slightly less.
That's not scary. Really
Now, if you need to just slightly give in a little bit, just to make sure that the point you get over here is really right at the point, and then leave it. Silly boy. Come on, don't do that again. Okay, sit down over here. Okay, so at this point what you want is leave the needle inside, and you know, you want it as much to the corner as possible. Try not to create any sort of like a gather.
Look how massive it is.
Open up, keep the center seam open. And then we want to get to the other corner. Again, leave the needle in the center. And if you think that you're not going to get a pointed angle, just slightly snip into it, because you'll get a far better corner if you snipped into it. But just be careful that you don't snip too much into it. And don't seam fast. Do it like a step at a time, very slowly on the corner. That corner turning is a very delicate one. And then even this is around the seam. So what you want to do is just lift your foot up and even out the fabric underneath on any round seam turning. And that's it. Now you need to press that, and after you've pressed it, we're going to do the shoulder seams, and then we're going to attach. Actually, what we can do is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach the lining to this, the silk piece. Right. I'm going to press this open first, and it's easier to press once it's at this stage. Then do the shoulder seams. I'm going to do this last actually.